while you play at the closed end.
Hello. Can we have playing the triangle maybe? The triangle, that might work for me. It didn't think I was going to search for that, did it? This will do, just the most popular playing the triangle video ever.
To play the triangle, you're going to place the triangle in a triangle holder or
right
loop like this.
Okay, so there's square one. You didn't know that, did you? You were trying to play triangles without the triangle holder or loop. That's where you're going wrong. When you were at school, there was just a bit of string tied around it, but a professional triangle holder or loop. That's where you're going wrong. Oh, you did know. You did know. Because if you didn't, you'd just be tung, wouldn't it? And it doesn't do anything.
I like to have the closed end of the triangle.
I remember once. What have I done? All about triangle techniques. Hang on, wait. Go back. I just want the triangle.
Play the triangle.
Yeah, no, wait. We'll get on to that in a minute. What I used to like, when I was a kid, right? So, got a big face. We went to this thing. We did music at school. I liked music at school, but I wasn't encouraged. I did record and I just pretended I didn't know how to do it, and I just pretended. I wasn't encouraged. We did this. I wasn't the best singer. I sang loud because I thought loud was the aim. I thought the aim was loud. No one. I wasn't taught about the different notes and how to pitch. And now I understand. I was like, oh, what an annoying little kid. Like 8 years old, 5 years old. You know, between those ages, when I was little at a primary school, the teacher would play the piano. We'd all have our little books, and we'd all be singing. I thought the aim was to be the loudest you could sing. Just thought that was the aim. I didn't know you were supposed to pitch the notes. So I used to get, pushed to the back, and, maybe for the school performance you can be a sheep, and, that sort of business. When we did music lessons, some of my other peers, they were getting lessons. They were being taught to play the recorder. They were being taught to play the violin. So when we did music lessons, they know what the music is. And I had the recorder, and everyone else was blowing the recorder in the recorder class. It's loud, and I thought, this is not the one to be the loudest, because I don't know how to do it. So what I'll do is I'll just keep quiet. I won't blow it, and I'll just do my fingers. And then that way, everyone will think I'm playing the recorder. I'll just be in recorder class, but I won't have to learn it because I don't know how to. So I was getting away with that for a few weeks until the teacher made us do it one by one, and then it came. I was like, this is going to go really badly. When it gets to me, I'm not going to know how to do it because I don't know how to do it. So when everyone's playing, I can just do that and no one can tell. But when it's my turn, I had to just blow it and hope. You know that thing where you blow it and you hope, like there's a 1 in 100,000 chance that. I mean, we've not been learning that many notes. A, B, C, D, didn't we know? I don't know. So there's only 3. So it's like there's some chance I could blow them all in the right order. I am playing all the right notes, just not necessarily in the right order. There was a chance, but no, of course. And then you're demoted from recorder class. Maybe it's best that you don't come to recorder class anymore. And I was like, but how am I going to learn? Well, you've been here for 6 weeks and you haven't picked anything up. And so, yeah, demoted from recorder class, singing as loud as I could in the singing lessons. We were all singing together, it was school, primary school, singing songs together. You can see where this is going. When it came to the handing out of the instruments, there were kids in the class that brought their own violin. Kids in the class that brought their own violin. I ended up on triangle. More often than not. The one I used to get that I really didn't like. Because you can bang a triangle, even though it's just one note. It's atonal. It's boring, isn't it? Why didn't they make triangles with different shapes so you could ding, 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 ding? You'd have some fun, like a xylophone, not just a solitary triangle. Anyway, the one they used to give me was the it's got some beads around it. Do you know what I mean? It's got some beads around it. I wonder if Google will help me out. Beads. Now, there are, instrument percussion. Beads, instrument percussion. Images. Yes. See, it knew exactly what I was talking about. You can buy it from Amazon. I don't want to buy it. Go away. I'm not buying it. It comes up with the shopping first, doesn't it? I wanted a picture. It comes up with the shopping first. It's trying to push you into buying things. There's no news about beads, instrument percussion. There's no news. No one's talking about that in the news. Why would you want to do it in a stream? It's not even relevant to anyone. Look, where's it gone? Oh, you can only look at the picture if you're buying it. Okay, anyway. It's gone. There it is. That's the thing. It's got... Okay, we'll go to DJM Music and look at it. Fine. It's got beads on it. Where's it gone? There. They used to hand that to me. What's it called there? Go on, I don't want to chat with you. Go away. Log in Messenger. I'm not logging in. Cabasa. What is it? Mexican. Cabasa. Like, they give us that. And I... What are you rubbish? What rubbish? They didn't teach stuff. I don't know even what that is. Cabasa, like the... That's so rubbish, isn't it? It's so rubbish. They used to hand that to me. And I used to think, not this again. Like, you can't do anything with that. You can't, like, even... It's again, it's atonal. So maybe they didn't think I was much of a musician. But now it turns out I play the guitar. I'm learning to try and at least sing so it's not horrible. I've written songs. I love music. Why did they give me that? So we did this thing where we went to... it was like a schools in the area all got together. Now, for weeks and weeks, we've been learning these songs. And these were a bit different. They weren't the normal God songs, because I went to one of those primary schools where they talked about God every other day. Church of England Primary School I went to. So they taught us about the old God and how to stop being naughty, because it wasn't like nuns. It wasn't nuns, but, you know, our headmaster was into the God and used to play the piano and he'd sing, I love you, Jesus. Jesus, you are so good. Well, we should come around my house and we can have chocolate pudding. And, so we used to sing songs for Jesus. But these weren't Jesus songs. They were giving us these different songs. They were all about Christopher Columbus. And he's bad now, isn't he, when you think about it on reflection. The Sargasso Sea. I remember the songs. One about the captain's chest. Don't drop it. Look out. Be careful where you put it. Just put it over here. And we all learned these songs in our little schools. And then we came together. I didn't know this was going to happen. We came together as a big group. And we all sang the songs together. And I was like, wow, now they sound amazing. Because, like, you know, that school's been learning it, and these been, and we all know the words, and they know it, and I know it. Oh, hey, it sounds big. Yeah, way. They gave me this. We all had to take an instrument. They gave me this. So I'm like, look, like, at this point, I'm nearly furious. I enjoy the singing. I enjoy the songs. Sing as loud as you can. We've been at a group school meetup. There's lots of other schools. They've all got instruments and things. Everyone's got a good one. It's not just me. Now it's me and my peer group, but there's a wider context. Now I can see loads of drums, loads of whistles and bells. Everyone's got a good one. I got this. I don't see many of them around. They should let me choose. Well, they did let me choose, but they gave me the clever choice. I'll do your questions in the answer. They gave me one of those Hobson's choices. One of those Henry Hobson's choices. They gave me a choice between that and like the tambourine, or that and the, you know, the triangle. It was a limited choice where you feel like this is how you trick children. This is the trick. They teach you how to trick children, how to trick them. Do you want a potato or an apple? Oh, they choose the apple. Oh, a nice apple. Oh, that's nice. Well, you had a choice. Didn't have a Mars bar as the choice. Didn't have a chocolate bar as a choice. So you've made a choice, so you can't say no. Like, do you want to go to bed at 8 o'clock or at 8:30? It's your choice. Oh, 8:30. Oh, you've chosen. Don't say it's not your choice now. I don't want to go to bed at 8:30. I want to go to bed at 9. Oh, and you chose 8:30. Oh, didn't realise it was like a bit of a con job. Anyway, they gave me this. This person doesn't have talent? Yeah, I know. Yeah, but in all fairness as well, though. In all fairness, I was confused about the purpose of the music. I did think that you should sing as loud as you can. If they'd have given me individual lessons and taught me about where the notes were and what the point was, I'd have had a different opinion. I used to go to football matches as a little kid. Everyone sang as loud as they can. Anyway, I'm in there. I've got this. All the different schools. It's a big thing. We're all singing our songs. It's a big thing. You have to, with your buddy, and your teachers are looking after you, and, you know, you off the minibus and onto the thing. It's a big thing. And I realised that now's my chance. What I did was, because I know about this, because I've been playing with these before, remember? I'd been given this a few times at school. I unscrewed the bottom of the thing, right, that handle. I unscrewed that handle, took that off. Everyone's singing, and then they're doing some talking, and then it's like, well done to this school, and now we all sing this song. So they're all busy, and our teachers are all like, you know, on the edge, because they've got to look after all these kids. And I've unscrewed this, I've unscrewed that, and I've pulled the thing apart really carefully like that. and all those beads around it like that. I just pulled it like that, and they've all gone. They were little, like, they didn't all fall apart individually, but each one of those circles is an individual, like, circle of beads, and so they all just fell off and went everywhere. And the teachers were like, "Oh no!" And all the kids, because it's loads of kids, remember, and these have all gone under their chairs, so they're all picking them up and like, "No, don't give them back. I didn't." No. Never got given that again, did I? Never gave me that again, did they? During the quiet bit as well, not during the singing. You know, during the quiet, I done screwed it during the singing, but in the quiet bit where the teacher was doing the talking and telling us about Columbus, just didn't get that anymore, did I? No more cassava for me. No more cassava for me. So it was just the triangle. Now, actually, these days as an adult, I could enjoy a triangle. I can enjoy a cowbell even more. But, you know, imagine you took a triangle to a rave with you in your little pocket.
You're going to place the triangle in a triangle holder
Just my
or
left
loop
ear.
like
Is that
this.
me or is that everyone?
I like to have
Oh, no,
the
that was just
closed end of the triangle towards away from me so I can play in that area. We're going to play.
Sorry, mate, but come on. I like to have the closed area of the triangle pointing away from me so I can play in this area. There's not, again, that's getting a bit, let's not, you know, this is someone who internalized the concept. Like, they were like, oh, instead of like me, they were, like, I lashed out at the world. You can have my beads. I'm not doing this. No, this person was like, right, if they're going to force me to be the triangle player, and I'm going to turn it back on you. I'm going to be the best damn triangle player the world has ever seen. I'm going to be no one's going to play triangle like me. I'm going to become the Salvador Dali of triangle. I'm going to be the. They'll remove triangles from children's hands in schools and say, "Kid, you can't do it like Peripol. Don't even try." I'll scar children with my triangle abilities. I'm going to get myself a really jazzy shirt and do a video about it on the internet. No, I won't do my top button. I'll have that right done up.
Here.
But it's a short sleeve shirt.
But there's a...
I'm not going to take the mick out of what people look like. You know, I'm not taking the mick out of his face or his head or his hands. But he's chosen that shirt. He's chosen it, so that's a choice. And then, not only that, he's chosen to button up the top button right to the top. But it's a short sleeve shirt. So what is it? Are you cold? Do you want, or is it extra formality? Is it trying to be formal? Because if you're trying to be formal, you're missing the tie, the collar, the simple patterning of the shirt, not the complex patterning, simple patterning for formality. And it's short sleeves, short, underbutton. It's up to you. It's up to you. Fashion is a choice. So is the triangle, mate.
That area, we're going to play here.
Oh, he's nearly crying. I can nearly see the tears. Look, he can't look you in the eye. He can't look into the camera when he says that. We're going to be playing this area. Oh, I used to have a drum.
But there's a few places you can strike the triangle.
There's a few places you can strike it. You can strike it indoors or outdoors. You can strike it... No, honestly, though, you can strike it on the middle of the straight bit or in the corner. I mean, that's it, isn't it? I mean, the exterior of the corner, the exterior of the straight bit, not the gap, because it's a hole, so you can't strike it there. By nature of it not being there, it's the gap. So that's the limit. I expect you're going to get onto different kinds of beater, aren't you? A very light or a very dense beater. But other than that, I mean, what you're going to do is strike it closer and further from the corner to vary the timbre.
One is you can play individual notes by striking the...
Individual notes. I think you mean note, mate, don't you? Note. The triangle doesn't have different notes.
The triangle with a metal beater near...
Metal beater now.
Near the
not any old
closed
beater.
corner. Or the corner that's away from...
Okay, near the closed corner. This is his favourite. This is the one he's set up to play like. You know, that's why he holds the triangle in this fashion. He won't have it spinning around like all of us at school, spinning around. No. He's going to keep it situated in exactly the right position.
Yeah.
Before we hear him beat... Did you like it when I paused it then? Before we hear him play the triangle, wait. That's pure... I'm just building it up now, aren't I? That's pure intense. Is it... Oh. Is it warm or is it cool? Is it warm or is it cool? I don't know. Not by the way you're dressed. Shouldn't have got off key there, because now I'm into the full triangle.
Like that.
Like that.
You can also strike the triangle back and forth at the top to get a roll.
A roll? What do you mean a roll? You mean just repeated striking? That's just... You mean like a bell? That's the same as the one, but you're just doing it over and over. Isn't it? That's the same as one, but just multiples of the same one.
You can also do a roll.
He didn't... He's showing off now. He didn't mention that... I haven't got anything to hold up like a triangle, have I? I'll tell you what I'll do. You'll love this. This is terrible for the environment, but just handy for me, is I've got a small ripped piece of paper. So that's my triangle. It is shaped like a triangle. And this is my beater. Mine's a stealth triangle. It still makes a noise. So you can still call that an instrument. It's like the flapping of a bird's wing. Now do you want to hear me do a roll? I don't have proper... That's my beater. It's just a lighter. If you don't need a beater, like... He's got sold a beater. If you want to buy some experimental beaters, I've got a jar of screws in the back. In the toolbox. Mum puts the screws in a glass jar and it does my head in. I've broken a glass jar before in the toolbox. I mean, who would want a glass jar of screws in a toolbox? The tools are going to smash the glass. They have done before. It doesn't bother us. You still put some in a glass jar. I'm not bothered because I'm never going to collect up the old screws and keep them. I just throw them in the bin. But don't tell her because she likes to keep them in a jar. Look. That sounds just like a flapping of a bird's wing. Worst case scenario, if you do need some screws, you can just order them on Amazon these days. Worst case. You know, it's not... Oh, there goes the battery. Oh, no. This is the most popular triangle video on YouTube, or the top of the suggestions. Only 300,000 views. You'd think How to Play the Triangle would get 1 million views. 2013 it's been around since. There's not even 1 million people in this world who want to find out about how... Or I suppose if you've got a triangle, you get your first triangle, it arrives in the post. Maybe you just crack at it. Maybe you just go for it. Maybe you don't need an instructional video. But the people at Peripole, this fella, peripole.com, Peripole? What kind of word is that? Peripole. Hang on. It's a company founded by music educators to serve the needs of music educators and the music education community. So it's just a word that they made up then, because it don't come up on dictionary. There you go. There's their website. They've got one of these old websites like the internet used to be. Nice pictures, square pictures. It's a company founded by music. Yeah, we know that. You can browse products. Oh, it's like a shop. It's like Amazon. Anyway, look. This guy's from Peripole and he's going to teach us how to play. Look.
At the closed end. In the bottom.
He didn't show us all these different beaters, did he? He didn't show us that. He just skipped over that.
And then you can mute the triangle with your palm.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. He was doing that advanced technique and he was not mentioned, but now he's mentioned it, so he's reminded me. Muting it.
And fingers. While you play at the closed end.
Hello. Now you're getting something out of it.
You can.
That's like the James Brown of... you can see as well. You can see. He knows. He's not got the gall to look at the camera. But you can see in his face. He knows. He's feeling chuffed by that. He was like... Up to this point, they're making a piss out of me. They are. They're having a laugh about me playing this triangle. But I'm going to show them. Again, it's this attitude, isn't it? It's this attitude. I'm going to show them. They might think I'm having a joke doing a 2 minutes on how to play the triangle. But I'm going to show them. And then he bashes out a rhythm like that. All of a sudden, the triangle explodes into colour and life. We thought the mute was just to stop it so you can't hear it anymore. So it's not ringing all over the place. But
and then you can mute the triangle.
The mute becomes its second form. It's like evolved form. So you got the ability to ping and ring, and you got the ability to bell and ring, but the muting it, now you've got two things. Now you've got some friction, you've got some juxtaposition, all this stuff that we've been talking about today, baby metal, dynamic, pixel art, violence. Now you've got this is a violent act, it's beating a triangle. Now you've got some light and shade, haven't you? Now you've got some light and shade to work with. Recorders PTSD, yeah. A lot of those things on that website did actually make me think of school. The Boom Chico. Oh, this guy is. You know, it's no surprise now to me that it's this fella playing the triangle. Could have got anyone from their website to knock out a triangle video, but no. This is the Tiger Woods of triangle, and not because he's crashed his car.
With your palm and fingers, while you play at the closed end.
Yeah, boy. I just want to. You know what I want to do? I might have to get that triangle loop and use it as our reward sound for the tippies.
While you play at the closed end. You can also try playing the triangle with your index finger.
What?
Resting on your index finger.
What?
And then using your fingers.
Philistine.
To mute the triangle this way.
Freestyle.
Okay. And this technique.
This guy is going off the reservation now. He's just. There are people in traditional triangle players that are in uproar. Even at just seeing him hold it like that. He took the holder and he put it in his. They're angry now. This is not how triangle should be played. They're dividing into two core groups in the triangle playing community of holder purists and freestyle hand grabbers. Never do they see eye to eye. Never shall the two meet on equal playing field again. And look at his face. Before when he showed you this, you know, this tippy tapping rhythm, you know he's feeling chuffed with himself. He's trying. Look there. He's got the raver face. Yeah, boy. You know, you pull that face, don't you, when you're really enjoying that music? Yeah, boy. Got that face. He knows what he's doing, and he equally knows that the minute he starts grappling, look, he's raised eyebrows. He knows he's offending some people here, but he don't give a damn. He's the Johnny Rotten. He's the Sid Vicious. His triangle is perfectly tuned. Street cred. He's the Johnny Rotten. He's the punk of the triangle. He don't care. He'll touch the triangle with his bare hands. Oh yeah, and he'll mute it.
Resting on your index finger, and then using your fingers to mute the triangle this way.
Actually, I like that better. And he's doing the same rhythm. Now, I think he should have done a different rhythm. Because he's pleased with himself, by all means. He's pleased with himself. He knows this is edgy, though. So you can see he's happy now, but he's not the same sort of, ooh, yeah, I'm brilliant, yeah, sexy, yeah, I love the music. He's like, this is good, but it's going to cause some shit. It's going to cause some shit. He knows. But why not do a different rhythm? Why not show off some of your other skills? Because if you get people thinking that the mute rhythm is just the mute rhythm, maybe they don't realise you can do more. Let's explore this triangle. If you're going to go that freeform, if you're going to start touching the bugger, hope you've got a cloth to clean it off with afterwards. If you're going to start touching the bugger, you might as well go freeform. Go all the way, mate. Don't get stuck in the rhythm rut.
And this technique we usually employ with the larger triangles.
Oh, large. Oh. Now, who's got the biggest triangle now? It's not all about the size of the triangle, mate. It's not all about the size of the triangle, mate. Do you think they've got some great big ones, like a gong? Like a really big, like, you know, when they have, because they do that with drums, don't they? You have your normal drum. Whoever made the drums, they were like, I've got my normal drum. I've got my drum. Why not have a slightly bigger one over there? A couple that give you a different tone. Dung, dung, dung. Hang on. What if you have a really big one? Really big one. Yeah, I like that. How are you going to play that though? You can't. I'll have to kick it. Put it down there and I'll kick it. We'll make you a pedal. I want you a pedal, that'll work. We'll engineer you a pedal. I'm happy kicking it. Get out of my way. Right, so you do that with the drums, big drums. You don't do it with guitars, do you? You don't do it with guitars. You don't say like, oh, I like playing this guitar. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it really big. You do it, they make them little. They do. With the instruments, they'll make them little. They'll shrink them down. Quite happy to shrink. You're playing a violin and you're going to get started. It's a bit big for you. We'll shrink you one down. We'll give you a little one. Viola. Give it a little name of its own, mate. Viola. But with a percussion instrument, you get your regular size that you're happy with, that you can see, that you can hold, that you can handle. That's normal. We're happy with that. Then you start going bigger, and there's no limit. They'll just go as big as a great big drum. Why don't you make a drum as big as a house? They'll say. With the triangle, you got a little cymbal. You know, you got a on your. Why don't you make a really big cymbal? Why don't you make a really big gong? Bong. I bet there's a big triangle out there. I bet there's a big triangle out there. There's got to be, hasn't there? There's got to be a really large triangle out there. Really large. I've got to go in a minute. And I've veered way off track. World's... We're Ecosia this time. Largest triangle musical... So I don't just want any old triangle. I want a musical triangle. And I haven't spelled it properly, but the internet knows what you want, doesn't it? Look, you don't have to spell these days. The internet knows. World's largest triangle musical instrument... And can we have a look at it? Well, it just looks like a normal size triangle because there's nothing for context. Doesn't it? Look, look, oh, hello. Look at that. Oompa, oompa, oompa. Oompa, 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 pa. Oompa, oompa. That's a good one, isn't it? Can have fun playing that. You have to have a stand for the bugger. When you choose your musical instrument, when you're young, when you're little, when you choose your musical instrument, choose something that's easy to carry. That's my tip. My friend had a flute, and I used to think, well, it's a bit like, you know, a bit fey, isn't it? A bit airy fairy, flautist, oh, the little flute, but he had more fun than the fella with the double bass. Even though my friend with the double bass, I thought double bass, cool, jam in, boom, 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 boom. But when they carried the instruments home from school, the one with the flute didn't care; he just put it in his bag. The one with the double bass had to chuff that chuffing great big. Not like a cool gangster where it could have a gun in a violin case. No, not like a chuffing. Oh, must have a chuffing air support system in the back of that. That guy's got to carry that chuff around. It's no fun. It's no fun. Might be fun playing it, but it's no fun. It's no fun, is it? You want the world's largest triangle. Look, there's a giant drum. Where's the giant drum gone? I clicked on it. It's gone. This is for another time. Look. How are you ever going to play that anyway? You're never going to even play that. It's stupid. It's useless. I bet you put it outside the shop to attract the customers. It's useless. You're never going to be able to play that. It's only little on my screen because I'm big face. But if you go with web browser, now you can see how big it is. Giant, massive. Stupid. No one's ever going to be able to play that. Except for maybe big people like Eddie Hall. You've encouraged me to play the trombone. I wouldn't have been able to carry the bugger. I wouldn't have been able to carry it. How do you play the chuffing triangle?
7-8-inch triangle.
I thought we'd see a great big one. We didn't get to see a great big one. I'm not going to keep on it. We've 8 minutes left.
But you can also use it on the smaller triangles. You can also try playing the triangle inside.
We've seen that.
Play a rhythm here and mute it and unmute the sound with your fingers and thumb.
But that's the same as muted. That's just a combination of the other techniques. So don't try and pass off this as a new technique. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now we're talking. You're going to have to hear, and then in a second I'll play you a music track and you'll love it. Oh yeah. Don't get cocky, but you see he gave us the little... Look at his face when he finishes this rhythm. Yeah, Oh, I missed it again. I missed it. There it is. Look at him. This one is for all the people who didn't want to pick up the triangle. This one is for all the people who gave me a triangle because I wasn't allowed to play on the accordion. This one is for the people that wouldn't let me play the piano. Are you ready?
That would be a technique we would use in a samba or music of Brazil, for example.
Oh, samba or music of Brazil. Samba is music of Brazil, mate.
So those are a few different ways to play the triangle.
Yeah, do you know what, though? You've opened my eyes, if not the top button of my shirt, and you've really inspired me. So thank you, Mr. Perrypole. Didn't give us his name, did it? Should give us his name. Mr. Peripole. Musician and music educator, Kalani. All right, he doesn't even have a second name. He's one of those cool people with just a first name. He's doing it. Doing it for the kids. The kids are all right. Ganjikidd.